Hey now. Love and Light Collective. Real quick, I just wanted to tap in real quick with everyone. This is a very important message that I have to put out because I want everyone to understand how important it is in this moment, in this day, in this time, for everyone to be as authentically your own selves. Do not be out here trying to hate on somebody else because they are who they are. Okay? And that notification in the background confirms that I am telling the truth, the whole truth, so help me. Be your authentic selves, okay? When you start hating on somebody else for being them and you want to be them and you don't want them to be them type of situation, Houston, we have a problem. Because you can't want to shut somebody else down, defame someone else and slander someone else and try to bring them down, all because you're not that person. Having a straight up identity crisis because you want to be that person and you can't be that person, so you mad at that person for being themselves because you can't be that person. Mad and pocket watching and stalking and wanting to shut that person down. You don't want that person to speak. You don't want them to be themselves because you're mad because they're everything that you're not. There's something wrong with that. Extremely wrong with someone hating so much and lurking in the background and doing drive-bys and just doing all kinds of different things, lurking and spying on someone else's life and determined to shut that person down because of the anger and the hatred that they possess inside. All from jealousy, envy, and greed. See, here's the reality check. If you spend on a daily basis watching someone else's life and not paying attention to your own, Houston, we have a problem. If you spend every day stalking a person, paying other people to stalk, plotting on how to hurt, harm, and disrupt somebody else's life, if you on a daily basis try to do spell work on somebody, trying to bind them to you and block them from being in other relationships and trying to break up any type of alliance and friendships and family and different things like that, that's a problem. That's clear telltale sign of depression and mental illness. That is a serious thing. For people to be so invested in someone else's life and completely neglecting their own, not taking a bath, not taking care of themselves, sitting outside that person's house, driving by the person's house, people's houses, just plotting, scheming, and trying to figure out how to get close to the very person that they idolize / can't freaking stand, that they want to be just alike. That person has become a muse, so much of an obsession to try to trap that person and block them and stop them, all because they are not you. They represent everything that you're not. That is a disgusting reality check of a person who spends so much time on a daily basis to try and stop someone else's shine because it's not them. Mad because it's not them. What has this world come to where people actually don't have a life? Spend every day, ever since crossing paths with that person to try to block them. Who does that? That is called a demon. A soulless being. The devil in the flesh. Okay? That's who that is. That's an incubus, Jezebel, succubus spirit trying to figure out different ways to try to block, stop, and trap that person. Trying to figure out ways to try to have sex with that person because they want to be that person so bad. So much to the point where they've been scheming and plotting and like getting freaking hard-ons trying to figure out how to get close to that person because they want to have sex with that person because they're so obsessed. Because they want to be that person, like literally, because they are so obsessed. They want to wear that person's skin because they're so obsessed. All because they refuse to be their authentic selves and they want to be somebody else that they're not. See, this is a clear case of identity crisis. Mad at somebody else for being who they are. Mad because they can't be that person. Mad because they choose not to be their authentic self. Don't know who to be and what to be because they're trying to be everybody else but who they really and truly are. Whose fault is that? And then when stuff goes wrong, they are projecting and putting the blame on the very same person that they can't stand / they idolize / they want to be just alike. Like it's the delusion for me. Like I don't understand it, but I do understand that this is a clear telltale sign of mental illness. Okay? When you get to the point in your life where because you don't know how or you're not comfortable with being yourself and mad at other people for being themselves because you come across somebody who resembles everything that you wish you could be and you start hating on that person or those people, that is a clear telltale sign that you don't love yourself. You don't know yourself. And that's an identity crisis. That is a clear telltale sign of you need to seek some serious mental health. Plotting every single day. Paying other people. Lying. Telling lies on somebody that they don't even know. Trying to make up all kinds of different ways to try to gather up other people to go against somebody all because they want to be that person. Trying to conjure up different ways to silence that person because just the sound of that person's voice bothers them. Because it's not them. Mad because of the way that they speak because it's not them. Mad at the passion and the conviction in that person's voice. All of the magic, the prophetic sound that comes out. Mad all because it's not them. When you gotta go against the grain, against everything possible, your life is turning upside down right before your eyes, but you refuse to see the reason why. And then you want to point the finger because everything is turned upside down, not realizing you are the problem. You are the weakest link. Not realizing that. All because the obsession is so real with trying to block someone else, all because you are not that person. That is a sick and sad reality for a person to be sitting in this type of energy, wanting to silence somebody all because they are not that person. Feeling like, oh, well, if I silence this person, then it'll dim their shine. Oh, if I silence this person and I try to mess up this person's throat chakra through voodoo, black magic, and different things like that, then people won't listen to them and they won't feel the same about themselves. Oh, it'll mess up this person's confidence. Like, who has time to sit and think about and plot things like this here? again, this is a clear telltale sign of somebody got too much time on their hands. When you got groups of people out here plotting to try to figure out how to get close to the very person that they idolize, stalk on a daily basis, trying to figure out how to silence that person, stalking them, hacking, tapping phones, and illegal surveillance, and just doing the most, all because of why? Don't even know the person that they're stalking, but have a sick, twisted obsession to try to gain control over somebody that they don't even know, when they don't even have control over themselves. Walking around here spiritually and physically broke, and don't understand the reason why they so broke, because of the fact of, look at the energy that you walk around in, and you think that you're going to manifest something good. You think you're going to manifest greatness off of trying to steal from innocent people who didn't do anything to you but cross paths with you. You fell into learn the lesson, and that's why you stuck in the karmic cycle, because you haven't learned. You stuck in these karmic cycles because you refuse to come up out of that stuck energy, being in the past, being stuck in the past of the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. Mad because your immature plots and plans did not go according to plan. How do you cross paths with somebody and make plans for them? Make plans for them to be your sacrificial lamb. Planning to sacrifice that person for your own personal gain. And when it goes wrong and it don't happen the way that you want it to, then you get mad. And then you want to turn everybody against the very same person that you thought you was going to make a come up off of. How do you do stuff like that? I'm just trying to understand the mindset. Clearly, this is the mindset of a delusional person who suffers from mental illness, because if you got that Tim Norman spirit where you feel like you're going to put a life insurance policy out on somebody and try to set up some type of way to end that person's life so that you can gain from their demise, Houston, you have a problem. You are sadly mistaken, because it will never ever happen. You have to understand that in this time, in this day, in this life, we all cross paths for a reason. You never know how God is planning on working in your lives on a daily basis. Keep in mind, we don't cross paths by accident. It's always for a reason. And it is for you to learn your lesson. It's up to you to recognize what the lesson is. And if you consistently refuse and you keep repeating the same mistake, but then you want to blame it on the person or other people, all because you refuse to learn the lesson, because you stuck mentally, physically, spiritually, just stuck. Okay? Mentally, physically, and spiritually broke. Okay? All the way in poverty, mentally, physically, and spiritually, just impoverished. Just a poverty-stricken type of person, because you refuse to evolve. You refuse to grow. You refuse to leave innocent people alone, all because you butt hurt because your plans didn't go accordingly. And here's the thing. How do you pocket watch and plot and plan on somebody else's come up, trying to make it your own? How do you try to come up off of somebody else's demise? Plotting with other groups of people to try to take out somebody innocent who don't even know what the hell is going on. But everybody, their mama, their uncle, their brother, their sister, their cousins, aunties, and everybody else plotting together, grouping together to take out innocent people for personal gain. And these people don't have any idea, because this is a strategic plot and plan of these covens, these witches, these warlocks, these ghouls, and these goblins out here in groups, plotting and scheming to try to trap innocent people in spiritual contracts, committing all different types of spiritual crimes, breaking karmic laws, breaking universal laws, trying to bend other people's will, trying to get people to do things against their own free will through spell work, trying to use scare tactics to try to harm and stop and have other people in fear. How do you live your life doing things like this and think that it's okay, and you think that you're going to gain? Okay, so I'm going to give everyone a reality check. This is a news flash, seriously. The only time situations like this work is when a person is a low vibrational karmic that has not ascended, that has been out here doing bad to other people, that has not cleared their karma, that still has work to do. But when you come up against someone who is chosen, like myself, who is a real prophet, it don't work. Because we already did the work. We did the healing work. It takes discipline and obedience to be in this type of vibration, on this level, to have my ranking. See, what has been happening is all of the people who continuously come from myself and the other chosen ones are only exposing themselves. See, people not realizing they literally played into the hands of the divine, of the Most High. Because everyone who came from me and all of the other chosen ones, y'all know what y'all did? Y'all exposed who was right and who was wrong. Y'all exposed yourselves. We didn't have to sit around and wait to see, who's for us and who's against us. Everyone who had a wicked agenda and who was against us revealed themselves. And that's why everybody is under judgment right now and in purgatory indefinitely. Because everyone exposed themselves. Because y'all expose y'all authenticity. Y'all should expose how low down, dirty, and unhealed you really and truly are, because you came after innocent people who don't even know you, who never did anything wrong to you, even tried to help you, but you took the kindness for weakness. And because you refuse to do the work, you want to try to target people who did do the work and try to defame them and turn other people against them, all because you don't want them to be seen and heard, because you wish it was you. Mad because they get attention, mad because you don't. And you got to go through so much just to try to get attention from other people. Mad because that person, those people don't have to go through all of those extra hurdles and hoops and jumping over this one and that one and conjuring up different things, doing this voodoo, hoodoo, witchcraft, and this one and that one to try to gain control and attention. Out here clout chasing, making promises, broken promises to people, creating illusion and confusion over the collective doing hocus pocus over the justice system, over the police and the FBI, because you're steadily breaking laws and still trying to get away with them on a daily basis. There's a lot of illusions, a lot of trying to trick people, all because you refuse to be your authentic selves and do right. See, this is a whole entire issue and problem in itself. But at the end of the day, this problem has nothing to do with everyone who has been being targeted. This problem is on the people who decide to do the targeting. Because it's not anybody else's fault but their own when they get backfires, when they get returned to senders, when bad things start happening to them. They don't have the right to point the finger at anybody but themselves. They can't put the blame game on somebody else. How do you try to do a reversal on spell work that you sent out? It has to go back to the sender. You can't try to return it to the person that you tried to return it, that you tried to send it to, basically. You can't try to do a reversal, try to send it to who you sent it to. You can't do a reversal on that. Because when the energy does not match, it has to go right back to where it came from. That's karmic law. And it's also karmic law and against the law, against the universal laws, that you cannot do magic on innocent people and think that you're going to get away with it. When you start breaking karmic laws and universal laws, and you're going against the Most High's chosen, the prophets that were put here to create change for the better, when you start trying to alchemize and change that energy into something negative, you basically sealed your fate. So everything that you wished upon that person, those people, is exactly what you will receive. So once again, when you get that backfire, wait for it, because you should have never put it out. See, going around trying to lie on people out of jealousy, envy, and greed, it's never a good outcome. I will tell you that. It's never a good outcome. Because guess what? At the end of the day, the truth always prevails, and love always wins. You cannot try to paint an innocent person out to be you and who you are in all of your wickedness and all of your vengeful tactics and trying to trap people and set people up, all because you don't want that person being seen for who they really and truly are, while showing people for who you really and truly are, for trying to set other people up out of jealousy, envy, and greed. Pocket watching. How do you make plans on somebody else's pockets when you didn't work for that? You didn't earn that. Being a whole thief out here, a whole con artist, a whole schemer and scammer, a criminal, a devil in the flesh, a demon, a whole demonic spawn out here trying to give others STDs, all because you mad because you walking around with it. And you want to try to mess up other people's divinity by trying to trap them with sex. How do you go around using sex to try to trap people? Only a demon thinks like that. Nobody who is high vibrational uses their body to try to get level ups, to gain anything. All of us who are of the divine, we are all celibate. Us real. prophets. We don't give ourselves up. For what? We're not led by our flesh, but all the demons are led by their flesh. You can spot a demon out immediately because they're unhealed, they're clingy as fuck, and they always want to use sex to try to gain control and an opening and access. Energy harvesting. Being whole, entire energy vampires out here wanting to suck off of your energy, wanting to make a come up off of your sexual energy. They want to steal from you during the act. Wanting to silence those who know exactly what they're doing. See, that's why they're really mad. Because us who are the real chosen ones, the real prophets, they're mad at us because we see them for who they are. And their little tricks don't work on us because they done tried everything. Trust me, y'all, they have. That's why Coach Love and Light, I drop this spiritual tea because I want y'all to understand the enemy's tactics because of the fact that they are so desperate to try to be us because they refuse to do the work. They refuse to heal. And they also refuse to back the fuck up and leave us alone. They have vowed to be a thorn in our side because we've made them look so bad. And our peace disturbs the demons inside of them. Everything about how we look, we walk, we talk, we dress, we smell bothers them because they are not us. So with all that being said, collective, I just wanted to bring this topic and drop this on each and every last single person. Y'all be your authentic selves. Do the healing work. Don't be out here being like these karmics, because I want to tell you and remind everyone who I am. I am a very high spiritually ranking ascended master. I am a high priestess. I am a real empress in the flesh. And it takes a lot of spiritual work to get to this level that I am. I don't brag about who I am. I just be. I just be me. And being me has pissed so many people off, and I don't give a fuck. How about that? They don't like the way I speak. Stop fucking listening to me. Bitch, click off. It's just that simple. And for all my real ones, y'all already know how Coach Love and Light get down. See, my realness is too much for the bitch made. That's why I can't do and deal with bitch made ass people. I only deal with real ones. And just because I'm high spiritually ranking don't mean that I'm going to bow down to anyone. I'm not a simp. There's nothing. So at the end of the day, collective subscribers and all of the police officers and FBI agents that are listening, that are under illusion and confusion and spell work, understand that people are so desperate to hide the truth, okay? Because they don't want Coach Love and Light speaking the truth, but I'm always going to speak the truth, trying to silence me and all of the other truth speakers, because our truth reveals all of their lies, all of their plots, their plans, and their schemes, everything, every crime that they have committed, trying to hold on to people against their free will. We all have free will. Nobody has the right to try to hold on to you for their own personal gain. Nobody has the right to try to sabotage you and block you and stop you and trap you for their own personal gain. Nobody has the right to do that. Nobody. God granted all of us free will. This is a serious reality check for everyone to realize in this moment right now. If you don't believe in magic, then I'm going to need you to I'm going to need you to wake up and smell the coffee. Because it's been brewing. The veil has been lifted. All the illusions, confusion that has been placed over the collective, over the subscribers, over the content creators, over the police, over the FBI. Everyone needs to come up out of the illusion and confusion, feeling like what us who are the real prophets and the chosen ones be talking about is mumbo jumbo. No, we're just the truth tellers. We're able to see a whole lot of different things. And people are very envious and jealous of us because of our abilities and because it's not them. So much to the point that they want to paint a picture that we're other types of ways other than what we really and truly are. But again, in the end, the truth always shines through. I speak the truth, the whole truth, so help me. And to every karmic, every devil's agent, every Jezebel, incubus, succubus spirit who is trying to block my throat chakra, mine and other truth tellers, truth seekers, truth speakers, any of you who are out here trying to work up against all of us who are the real prophets, the real chosen ones, any of you who are out here projecting negative energy, I call judgment on each and every last single one of you, in spirit and in flesh, in sleep and in awakened state, across all timelines, dimensions, and realms, known and unknown. You are all now binded to all of your wickedness. Everything that you wished upon myself and all of the other chosen and innocent people, all of the innocent collective and content creators on YouTube, you are all now binded to all of your negative energy projections. You will sit in that very same energy and you will see exactly how it feels to have to experience and endure that type of energy. I command all of these things, and so it is. Ashe. All because you don't want me to speak, all because you don't want the chosen to speak, is even more so of a reason why we're going to speak. And I'm speaking and calling judgment on all evildoers, known and unknown, in spirit and in flesh, in sleep and in awakened state, across all timelines, dimensions, and realms, known and unknown. I call judgment on each and every last single one of you. You will receive everything. I mean every ounce of all of the evil and wickedness that you have been projecting out to other people. You will receive that. You will sit in that very same energy so that you can see what it feels like. Return to sender, and you are now binded to it. Now, I command all of these things, and so it is. Ashe. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. And for future reference, if you do not want to feel what it is that you have been putting out, stop sending it. Because it will always be returned to sender. You can't do a reversal on some stuff that you put out. The nerve. Collective, these karmics are not very smart. These groups of people are not very smart. They think because they're in numbers that they are more stronger and more superior and able to overpower and conquer innocent people who have free will. You have no right to try to control anyone else or their destiny or anything. And the sad part about it is, collective, they don't even have control over their own lives, but they want to control somebody else. How you like them apples? That's just ugly. So I hope this message reaches everyone with the most love and light possible. Because y'all know I always come through with the come through. I never come with any ill intentions. I don't start the shit, but I will finish it. And everyone who is trying to silence me, return to sender. You will now be silenced indefinitely. You are now binded to the very silence that you wanted for myself and for all of the other innocent people, the collective, the subscribers, the chosen ones, us real prophets. You are now binded to the very same energy that you want for others to receive. Every negative thought that you have against myself, the collective, and the other prophets, the other chosen ones, you will be binded to each and every negative thought, every evil tactic, trick, trap that you set. You will fall in it. You are now all binded to all of your witchery, your wickedness, and your evil tactics. I command all of these things, and so it is. Ashe. And on that note, love and light, everyone. Love and light. Y'all stay prayed up and strapped up. And know that nobody is going to get away with anything that they have been doing in the dark. Everything is being brought to the light. When you feel like you need to be out here targeting innocent people out of jealousy, envy, and greed, pocket watching, trying to stop someone else's elevation, ascension, rebirth, come up, you have a serious problem. You need to go seek some psychiatric help because your mental illness is showing. Get you some business and stay out of other people's business. Stop worrying about who that person is going to end up with. Stop worrying about who that person is going to have sex with. Stop worrying about who that person is putting themselves around. Stop worrying about that person's pockets. Stop pocket watching. Stop stalking around that person's house. Stop lurking and trying to plot and scam and trick somebody, all because you're not that person. It's the delusion for me. It's the obsession for me. The delusion, the obsession, thinking that that's your life purpose. To try to block and stop somebody who rejected you, who don't want to have nothing to do with you, who you don't even know, but you obsess over on a daily basis. You should be ashamed of yourself. Anyway, love and light, everyone. I want y'all to sip on that spiritual tea because this is on some next level shit. As per always, y'all know Coach Love and Light, I had to come and drop this because my newcomers, I know y'all are coming in and y'all have no idea of what has been going on, but everything that I just spoke on is the truth, the whole truth, so help me. I walk in it on a daily basis. I am the truth. I am the truth seeker, and I am the truth speaker. And no matter who don't want to hear what I have to say, they're going to still hear what I have to say. And if you don't like what I got to say, click off. It's just that simple. Like, I don't understand the obsession. People just mad because they don't want to see me win. People just mad because they don't want to see the chosen win. They don't want to see us real prophets win. They don't want to see us having what it is that God has in store for us. They don't want to see us being in our own authentic energy. They want to copy off of us, steal from us, claim our intellectual property as their own. Like, get you a life and stop trying to be somebody that you're not. Stop trying to hate on the very person that you secretly idolize. You secretly want to be alike. Like, that's terrible. Get a life and stay out of mine and the other collective. Because you will never, ever, ever, ever get what you want. Every plot, every plan will backfire. You will fall in the very same trap that you set for myself and for all of the other innocent people. That is a promise. It's about time all of you karmics learn your spiritual lessons, because you're not. You are repeating cycles because y'all refuse to heal. And because you refuse to heal and be your authentic selves, you want to be out here being somebody else. That is why you are now trapped in your own cycle and illusion of nonsense. You're caught in a web that you spun and mad because you didn't trap yourself. How you gonna try to sabotage somebody else but end up sabotaging your own self? If that ain't mental illness, I don't know what is. And I'm not here trying to make fun of anybody that suffers from mental illness. But when you are out here purposely knowing what you're doing, lying on other people who are innocent, gathering up a bunch of unhealed people off of lies, all for personal gain, promising people stuff that you will never, ever, ever, ever be able to give them. It's the delusion for me. Get a life and stay out of mine.